Alrighty guys, so here's the product right here, the Scotts Turf Builder Weed and Feed. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and apply this to the lawn. And today we're actually at my aunt's house and we're gonna be applying it here, and we're gonna see if it does work or not. So let's go take a look at the lawn. And alright guys, so here's the lawn. It's looking good for the most part. But hopefully this feeding will help it green up even more. But let's take a little walk around, see what weeds we can find. Trying to look around for the most part. You see right here, got a couple weeds. Looks like clover mainly. But kind of hard from far. You can't really tell, but once you come and take a look, there's actually quite a bit. So there's some right there. Goes into this line. A little cluster right here, a couple more over here. Over here look like some dandelions about to appear. A couple more over here, guys. Let's take a look on this side right over here, guys. Yeah, you can see right here, got a little cluster of weeds all right here. So there's quite a bit here. Oh, right here, I don't know if you can see that. Basically this whole area here is covered with weeds. Alright guys, so this is going to be a good test because you can see mostly this side. This one's covered with a lot of weeds actually. So let's go ahead and put this down, guys. Alright guys, so you always want to look in the back just to follow directions. That way you make sure you don't make any mistakes and it ruins your lawns. So right here, we're going to be using the spreader right here, the broadcast spreader I have. So it says right here for the directions for the broadcast or rotary spreaders, you're going to set it to 3.5. So bring this a little closer. So this right here, we're going to set it 3.5. If you have the Scotts drop spreaders, you're going to set that to 5. Okay guys, let's go ahead and fill this up and we're going to go ahead and put it on the lawn. Alright guys, so a couple things right before we apply this to the lawn. First, to apply it, you want to make sure your lawn is kind of moist, so you maybe want to lightly water the grass just a little bit. This way the product, like the little granulars, can attach to the weed leaves a little better, and this way it kills it a little bit more effectively. Alrighty guys, so I already applied everything to this side, this over here as well, this little corner right here. That one's covered in weeds as well. So it's already applied everywhere. The directions don't say to apply, it doesn't say to water it in after. So if you don't want to, that's fine, it doesn't say. I might just lightly water it in, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And then we'll come back in about a week and see if we see any results. Alrighty guys, we're back here at the house where I applied the weed and feed. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell off the camera, it's a little gloomy today, but the lawn itself, I would say, looks a lot better, as in you could tell the feeding part of the weed and feed does a good job. The grass definitely does look a lot darker, looks a little thicker. But let's go take a closer look to see if any of those weeds are dead or dying. Alright guys, so I'm walking around and let's take a closer look. So here's some weeds. If you take a really closer look, you can tell they are kind of dying, but not a whole lot of amount, I guess you can say. And this is, like I said, this is 13 days after I applied. So there's some damage here and there, just not a whole lot on that area, but over here can see there's a little bit more damage over here. So right there, they're pretty good. It's killing over here still. Still some over here. I mean, you can tell it is dying, I guess you can say. But honestly, I thought it'd be a lot. I thought it would be completely dead by now. This is, like I said, 13 weeks after I applied. But let's keep walking around. You can see right here, seems to get pretty more damage right here, it seems like. So I don't know if maybe somehow the way I applied it, it attached to more weeds than others. I'm not sure. But the whole lawn itself looked like it got hit, because you can see how dark green it got. So you see there's some leaf damage here and there. But honestly, like I said, it's just not as great as I thought it would be. Well, except over here, this is completely dead already. And this side over here too. And over there. Let's go take a look over here at the sidewalk area. Now this area was pretty bad. It was covered in the weeds. And I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but just from looking at it from this distance where I'm at, I can see like a brown casting to all this area. And I think if you take a closer look, it is dying. So this section seems to be it got hit pretty good. So I don't know if it just wasn't strong enough, or maybe it might take a little bit longer for this particular weed to die off. But I can see it. I mean, personally, I can see it. I'm not sure if it comes on the camera, but it has like a brown casting throughout this area, right where all the weeds are at. Because if you take a closer look, those weeds are actually dying. As you can see, there's some good damage going on. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, and this side over here, actually, it's almost completely dead if you look at it. So this place got pretty good. There's a lot of damage to these weeds over here. Alright guys, so I think overall the product does work good, but honestly I don't think it worked as good as I was hoping for. But as you can see, the feeding part of the bag does a very good job. I can definitely notice how dark the grass has gotten. It's just the whole the weeding part, I guess you can say, doesn't seem to be doing too well. It's killing the weeds, just not that great, I guess you can say. But maybe we'll do a second application later on, and hopefully that will finish killing all the rest of these weeds. But it seems like for the most part in this area, this part of the lawn, it didn't do too well. It's killing them, but very slowly. But on this part, it seems to be doing a little bit better. Even some areas are already completely dead. But yeah guys, like I said, I think the product works good, just not as good as I thought. But so I don't know if you guys want to go ahead and try this product out yourselves, or maybe consider something else, like the video I have where you spray the Ortho weed spray. Maybe that might work a little better for your lawn versus this granular form. But it does do a good job of feeding it. Like I said, it's a lot darker for sure, I would say. But yeah guys, that's probably be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.